Alright. How's it going, everybody? Hope you all are having a good Monday. Today is going to be a shorter stream than usual because, well, one, I'm EP, and two, I'm a bit tired, and two, what the thing that we're going to do is just a short story, basically. Like, we don't have to worry about how long it could be. Hold on. Bang! Yeah, we don't have to worry about how long it could be. So, these type of stories usually take about 2-ish hours. So, it's gonna be a short stream. So I'm like, you know what? That's perfect for me because I'm a bit tired. Got to the last attack on Sans in 2 days. Oh, hell yeah! You can definitely do it. If you can get to the last attack, you can definitely do it. Because I got to the last attack multiple times. That's the only, like, at one point, that was the only time I was dying at. I was dying at the last attack. So. Anyway, just check everything's good. Hey. It looks like it. What's up? Blaze Blue might be love. I think, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure they're making a new Blaze Blue game. If I remember correctly. You have an ad. Oops. Oof. Actually, hold on. Do I? I don't think I do. I actually don't remember. Oh, wait, when the Ah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to disable this shit. Actually, can I do it now? Awesome. Okay. Yeah, I was a bit confused because I was like, "That's weird. I don't think I have ad schedule. I do. Oops. Okay. But okay. So we are going to be doing the counterpoint of life and death, which is Loretnz'S character story. I checked last night before I went to bed. I was like, let me see when this story ends, because depending on when it was gonna end, I was either gonna stream Mortyman's, or I was going to be streaming either Mortyman's or I was going to be streaming this game. So I was like, let me see how it ends or how long it lasts. I saw it was gonna end in like 2 or 3 days, and yeah. So I got the last Attack on Titan in 2 days. Hell yeah, good shit. Okay. So yeah, I think you can see here it's only 8 stages, and these aren't that long. They're like about 2 hours total. So one second. Okay. I have to like do this real quick. Alright. So the chatbot I'm using, I don't know why, it doesn't show if you have a streak ongoing and you write a comment with that streak, I can't read it on my chat box. I have to actively go to my Twitch page to see it. or to the Trish dashboard to see it. Welcome to LSCC headquarters. I see you were brought in from one of our partner labs. It won't take long for you to notice we do things differently around here. One rule of applause is don't make trouble. The second rule is if you really have to make trouble, make it spectacular. You know what? I like that rule. Thank you for the warning, but I'm sure you needn't worry. I don't think you understand just what you're in for yet. Third rule. Never under any circumstances get on the wrong side of medicine pocket. Here we are. I don't ever want to be on the wrong side of MedPark. They are a menace. The two of them stand before a door ravaged by bite marks. Exhibit A. A crooked sheet of paper is taped to it, the title aggressively outlined in color marker. Join us! The Pre-Storm Atmospheric and Oceanic Circulation Survey Group is now recruiting new members. It's a compelling research topic. So it's a little strange to see it went out in such a childish way. No, don't mind it though, it's only the unfortunate aftermath of our disgruntled researcher. Allow me to remind you of Rule 3. Propose to be ordered as soon as the budget permits. Should be around 178 business days, give or take. God damn it. What kind of monster electrifies a doorknob? Executing someone doesn't mean you inherit the funding medicine pocket. Anyways, this is your new workspace. At that, the researcher's voice pauses for a moment. That's weird. There was one I heard Miss Simone's voice just now. Tell me she's come to shut the circulation survey group down once and for all. I think I'm good at this fight. Hell yeah. Alright, where is... Inside the observation room, the assistant stands before the circulation survey group's only two members, MedPark and X. If I had to make a guess, I don't know who this is. Which is it? Good news, bad news, or something between? If she ever showed up, it had to be she either had shown up in a different character event, in a different character story, or in a side event. Just let Miss Simone speak. I'm trying to close whatever the case may be. The tip attempt at calming her colleague, and particularly falls flat. I know, it's either particularly good news or catastrophically bad news. There's no middle ground. Rachel, Margaret, I have good news. The Pre-Storm Atmospheric and Oceanic Group Circulation Survey Group's field research proposal has been approved. Oh! Huh! Okay. I thought the scientist was talking to Loretnz'S. So, I thought when we were gonna open the door, it was gonna be MedPark and someone else, like maybe X. Oh.
That's great.
That is excellent.
Finally.
We can finally begin preparations for our first study. But her colleague seems hung up on something entirely different. You know, you're the third person to ever say our project's entire name correctly. Does that mean the project's finally going to give us the attention we deserve? Though I think that you might even increase our budget. Yeah, I don't know about that. Keep dreaming. Yeah, basically. No, I'm afraid not. Fine. Please tell me that all the pamphlets I sent out paid off. I even mailed copies to all our partner labs. We didn't go a hair's breadth away from violating the Storm Confidentiality Agreement. You should know better than to reveal that kind of sensitive information without approval. Nevertheless, they did achieve the intended effect.
Huh?
Really? What do you mean? We received a transfer application from a researcher at the South Wales Meteorological Center. She expressed interest in joining the circulation survey group. Margaret, you may be familiar with her. She attended Cambridge around the same time you did.
Hmm?
Is that so?
I'm glad.
Well, it's a big university, but who knows? It'd be nice to see a familiar face. The mild-mannered researcher was her usual smile, though her actual emotions beneath are harder to read. Come in. I wonder if she was like reversed, and this is just someone else. Oh, she looks cool. The Pre-Storm Atmospheric and Oceanic Circulation Survey Group. This is the right place.
Aha!
Absolutely. You're now the fourth person to ever get our full name right. Welcome to the team. The enthusiastic one is our group leader, Rachel, and I'm... The newcomer's eyes swivel to the ash blonde researcher and hold and then hold a long
I
stare.
don't know.
Brief silence follows. Margaret, it's been a long time. You may not remember my name. Call me Cold War. Please have a seat. I'll outline the specifics. Oh, give me 1 second, chat. I'm gonna have to be right back. Not to help with something real quick. Alright, I'm back. Let me see. Ah, okay. Now we're good. Give me 1 second. Alright. Although your field acquisition has been approved, we believe your safety protocols require further revision. For example, your evacuation has to be set 8 hours before the storm countdown ends. We can't justify leaving it any closer. But the timekeeper storm warning only gives us 24 hours. That won't give us much time to absorb the storm's effects. Could do 1 hour instead. 2 maybe? Researcher safety must be placed above all else. This new requirement comes directly from the staff committee. We cannot afford to lose any more of our people to the storm. Staff committee's concerns are justified. The current evacuation plan does have us leaving with very little time to spare. I understand your desire to have as much observational data as possible, Researcher Rachel, but we can't afford to put you in danger. Margaret, I trust you to show more patience in this matter. I hope you might be able to guide our colleague here to a more reasonable conclusion.
I will. Even so.
I may not have the same sort of flashes of brilliance my colleagues do, but you know my documentation is always meticulous, lying as naturally as she breathes. A perfect measure hint of embarrassment causes her face. There are many researchers left at the LSCC approaching the storm from the perspective of natural phenomena. One of them has been locked up in his laboratory since the first storm, with only a borrower for company. Is this supposed to be, Enigma? Well, I'm sure neither of you wants to end up in the same position. That doesn't mean you can or should expect accommodation in every matter, especially when it comes to safety. A brilliant physicist's entire world undone by the storm is hardly an unusual tale.
Understood.
Perhaps I might be able to assist. I will more than a few safety manuals from my old laboratory. So, I have not seen, Give me 1 second. Oh. Okay. Never mind. You're more than a few safety manuals from my old laboratory, so I don't know, anything about this story. I haven't looked up anything. I'm hoping she doesn't die. Now, I need you to accompany me to collect some manuals and documentation for your new colleague. Are you free right now? Same with Rachel, but considering the fact that Rachel doesn't have like an actual model, I'm like, oh, she might die. I still have some meteorological data to can organize that data for you. I'm sure Miss Colwell could use a good introductory assignment. In that case, let's get going. I won't be long.
I will.
No need to rush back. Just like, please take your time. Take like 50 years if you need to. A single dog separates noise from silence. Margaret gathers a scattered draft on the desk while the new researcher watches. You've changed. Have I? She casts a light and fleeting glance towards the quiet newcomer before her. Unremarkable at best, no significant achievements. We sometimes forget she's even there. That's what they say about you, you know? Gentle, meek, harmlessly ineffectual. Sounds something like the woman I knew from Cambridge. Margaret turns, she holds a smile in an exact curve like a max rooted in place, provoking a sharp reaction from Colwell. I see. Well, it isn't the worst assessment. I'm surprised you still remember me.
I'm glad.
But I'm glad to see you here all the same. Nice to know if a little alumna also made it through the storm. Spare me the pleasantries, we weren't close, and this isn't some long-awaited reunion.
Sorry.
I apologize. If you're not in the mood for small talk, then what would you like to discuss? Just one question. Who will win? A billion lions? Or every Pokemon? You remember Annie, don't you? From Professor Ludwig's class, do you remember? She followed you around like a shadow for a long while. She worked with you on that meteorological projection study. And then one day, they found her dead on the footpath. Her collar was covered with dew. Why bring up something awful like that? As I recall, you and Annie were not particularly close. No, we weren't. A faint, concealed sorrow passes across the researcher's face.
But
Margaret, I need to know what really happened to Annie. Did Lorenz kill her? The fuck, Lorenz? She probably didn't even need to have a reason. She just did it for the game, for the love of the game. She was like, I'm bored. And just like, wait a minute. I have just the idea. Cambridge University, 1987. A cold, damp wind brushes the tree stops. And the lecturer and Professor Ludwig pauses, momentarily distracted by the rustling. 1 second, real quick. There. Hydrate. Even a system ruled by fixed equations can produce outcomes that appear entirely chaotic. Because like reading the phenomenology of spirit, positions so dense it leaves you lightheaded. To be clear, I am not assigning you any additional philosophy reading. That will be all for today. The class disperses. As it collects its papers, you observe a small cluster of students lingering. Okay, not just me. I was like reading this and I just saw like some things fly by and I was like, is my computer fucked up? No, it's just how it naturally is. It's just doing that. Margaret. Professor Thoth. Thoth? What an absurdity. I don't even look like an ibis. Keeping his nicknames aside, I'm curious. It's been a while since you transferred to my class. How are you adjusting? Everything's going well, thanks to you. For my coursework, I believe my research reports speak for themselves. The student before him explains with an air of nonchalance. Yes, on the atmospheric neutrino anomaly and its implications for oscillation models. An excellent paper indeed. Objectively speaking, it is somewhat ahead of its time, so physics ought not progress simply because the era lags behind. It appears you adapted not only academically, but to this era as well. My concern was unnecessary. This era? She turns the unexpected phrase over in her mind. Oh, you haven't forgotten what happened in 1999. To teach philosophy is the most absurd profession in the world. That is precisely why I stand here today, in the capacity of a visiting physics lecturer. Cambridge has taken an interest in the research underway at Laplace Placet's branch and extended our invitation for me to teach when time permits. The events of 99 cut short my appointment, and with it my chance to sponsor you. I am pleased to see you also survived the storm. You're not curious to know how I survived? Will such knowledge alter your academic progress? Of course not. Then fuck it. I don't care. Basically, I don't give a damn. The lecture on aerospace experiments at the orbital station next week. You're welcome to sit in. Thank you for the invitation, Professor Thoth. You're unique. You must rise again, Margaret. 3 o'clock, Thursday. Once assured she has noted the details, the avian professor inclines his head cautiously and departs. Goodbye, Professor Ludwig. For such a grand enigma, I do hope your every appearance brings a new puzzle with it. Things will be rather dull otherwise. The transport student looks over the equations and notes left on the board with a vacant expression. Did you need something? You've been eavesdropping back there for a while now. A figure rises from her seat, visibly flustered. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I'm Annie. You're Margaret, aren't you? The one who wrote on the atmospheric neutrino anomaly and its implications for oscillation models. Please shorten this fucking paper. Akira looks up and starts to go, addressing her. In an instant, she gathers what she needs: background, age, circumstances, temperament. Gentle, timid, and in all respects a model student. Excessively empathetic, poor personal boundaries, a comfortable but ignoble upbringing. Socially isolated due to her family's scandalous greed, which is combined from the girl standing in front of her. She is not having an easy time with life here. They all say you're a genius. You transferred in without any prior studies and still managed to write a paper like that. I read your report. It was incredible. I really admired you. There's no short of a genius in this place. Tenth student glances at the notebook on the desk. Her attention is not difficult to discern. A fine leather cover with meticulous notes at the bottom, Thursday, 3 o'clock. She says nothing, simply waiting for the girl to finish her performance. About the lecture Professor Loretnz'S mentioned, if it's alright, could I go with you? From the 30th student said there may be a paired walk involved. Marky, I'd like to ask you to go with me. A tentative, unpracticed smile appears on her mask-like face. Another unexpected development.
Annie.
I accept. Cat, do you think Annie's gonna be okay? Annie. The fact that we don't see her model kind of surprises me. Because, like, I kind of thought Annie was gonna be important to the story. When she returns to herself, the 103 name was really rolled off her tongue. But I guess not. She was an interesting girl. A sweet one. What? You truly followed the matter, then you know the police concluded Annie's death was an accident. She had a congenital heart condition. Tragic, but nothing more.
Don't get me wrong. I wasn't pretending to misread your intention.
But I am curious what you're basing this thinly veiled accusation on. You don't strike me as a researcher who speculates on evidence. Colwell studies her new colleague's stoic and composed face. What's troubling you? This is the Laplace Scientific Computing Center. You're in a safe environment. Something is weighing on you. Speak it openly so we can resolve any misunderstanding you might have on the matter. Once after class, I noticed an equation you left on the board. It had nothing to do with the lecture, and there was no ordinary formula. You wrote it boldly across the center of the board, where everyone could see it. As though you were waiting for someone to notice it.
Oh?
And what equation was that? He busily flips her ash blonde hair back over her ears to encourage Colwell to continue. I think it was a model for predicting human behavior. Not just any human, someone you knew well, a particular individual. I think it was for Annie. You were organizing her movements, her decisions, her emotions, her very being into an iterative mathematical formula. And your equations were complete. They were simple enough for someone like me to understand. What were you intending to do with it? Margaret feigned an expression between interest and bewilderment. You're suggesting that I modeled an entire person into a single mathematical formula. An intriguing and rather original hypothesis, researcher Colwell. Don't patronize me, Margaret.
Sorry.
Very well, my apologies. You truly believe there was some hidden motive or culprit behind Annie's accident? Margaret stops herself. She reaches among the folders and papers, withdrawing her notebook before handing it over to Colwell. The letter is elegant but aged, the paper tinted yellow for time. Something stirs in Colwell. She takes the notebook and opens it. This is neat handwriting, structured lecture notes. Orbital Station, 3 o'clock, Thursday. This is Annie's notebook. I don't understand. Why do you have this? This morning, I saw a dispatch list on Simone's desk. A pen named Colwell appeared frequently in Cambridge student papers. You predicted all of this from the beginning. And this is the clue you were looking for. Colwell hesitates, but the temptation to treat is too strong to rest on pride. She takes the notebook and leaves. With Colwell gone, the room empty, Margaret slides her empty teacup forward. A sip of kettle descends from the chandelier, tilts slightly and pours tea neatly into the cup. Another pinpointedly accurate prediction? actually put a surprising amount of thought into choosing between the chandelier-mounted kettle release system and the breadcrumb launching fire apparatus. He just be making some bullshit. The kettle isn't the only thing that sends from the buff, so enough for hidden quality glows or stuff as well. I do hope the next accident proves more interesting. Whatever you need, just let me know. On that topic, is there any dimension of your current research that might benefit from my assistance?
Xavier.
Xavier, you're clearly not here out of concern for my research. Xavier? That name belongs to a stray ego rescued from some long obliterated wounds. Does he actually mean ego? Like, the character?
So?
And? Luckily Blanche is stunned by now. We said the name yours now, Xavier. Fine, have it your way. Speaking of ego, I'm gonna check how our ego Scott's been doing as your assistant. Okay, so the only demon ego. I mean, I was the one that recommended her in the first place. It'd be a real disappointment if she turned out to cause you any trouble. Objectively speaking, she's a good kid and a competent assistant. If I didn't know that you only handed her over to me because you were too lazy to teach her properly, because her might come across more believable. He's just like me for real. You're well aware that my pedagogical contributions trend turned out spectacularly impractical. The two intertotem infiltrators exchanged knowing glance, suddenly abandoning the subject. I know that you've been unusually invested in this circulation group, so I came to spectate the proceedings for myself. You're looking for a little amusement, aren't you? And your chandelier, kettle, and breadcrumb launching fire apparatus don't qualify as amusement? Our definitions are evidently divergent. Go ahead and keep playing with your boring circulation team, but when you're free, come help me test my jet-powered inverted glider. You really just do be making some bullshit! I tend to be occupied for the foreseeable future. Oh damn, that was fast. I clicked on it and I was like, oh, it may not be unlocked yet. No, it was unlocked. It was definitely unlocked. Give me 1 second real quick. God damn, it's still going? Margaret! The shouts draw near, accompanied by rapid footsteps. I thought the warning sound was gonna like end eventually. No, that shit was still going. Okay. Is something the matter? Let's go quickly after class. I've been chasing you halfway across the campus. I want to say this is amazing. Our project has the highest mark in the class. I know it's mostly because of you.
No.
I know either because of time constraints or whatever, they're just using this model. But it's really funny thinking of her like going to college wearing this getup. No, the credit belongs to you, Annie. You designed the proposal and handled the data analysis. I merely organized the results. The indifferent transfer students observed the girl with clinical focus. She calibrates the muscles of her face accordingly. At last, she produced a smile identical to Annie's, a flawless imitation. You're smiling, Margaret. I haven't seen you smile like that before.
Of course.
When I smile, I'm thrilled. There's really so much that I can learn from you. Me? What could you possibly learn from me? You possess a certain gentleness, an overabundance of empathy, and such selflessness. A kindness indiscriminate in its application. You think about others constantly, and therefore easily overlooked and undervalued. We've learned a great deal from our time together. And reach a conclusion, I tend to integrate into this university environment the way you do. That was surprisingly direct. It's just true, you're the first real friend I've made here. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you, Margaret. It's only been a month since we were approved, and we already finished our updated fieldwork proposal. Paul stayed up all night refining the first chapter of the safety regulations. A caution and precision are the real reasons we finally passed review. Thanks to that meticulous framework, we can now set our evacuation to just 90 minutes before the storm. Oh, she deserves equal credit. I should formally thank both of you. You're far too kind. I was as interested as you to see where this research leads. There are so few projects here at La Place that have nothing to do with Arcanum. Within the genuine warmth of this interaction, the pale researcher blends in without the slightest awkwardness. After the storm, most purely scientific teams disbanded. Research here might be the last researcher that has maintained a strictly materialist analysis of the phenomenon. Unless I've already given up, as the physical explanation seems impossible. Well, I'm glad to know there's at least someone who appreciates my vision.
If a theory is even remotely possible, it's worth putting to the test. It all started with a eureka moment.
Newton and his apple began their journey with a flash of insight. Well, perhaps several. Watching an apple fall to deriving the law of universal gravitation, then we can start thinking under general relativity.
Yes.
Exactly! Proving that science can start explaining the post-storm world is my top priority. Do you feel the same, researcher Colwall? A desire to use scientific order to understand apparent chaos? Your near-perfect imitation of interlook sends shivers down Colwall's spine. Oh, you shouldn't ask me. My opinion isn't really relevant. All theoretical research to me is just speculation from an ivory tower. Before more practical work. The phone chill falls over the conversation. For a moment, only the scratch of pens and the tapping of keys remain. Uh-oh. Ninja jumps to her feet and pulls the beeping communicator from the top shelf.
What?
This is... The timekeeper just issued a 24-hour countdown to the storm. This is a golden opportunity to observe circulation changes prior to the storm. I wonder when this happens. Like, in the timeline. Oh shit. Jack fragments to the correct position within the device refresh assembly. Some fragments are correctly placed. Type stones on generally place one fragment in the correct position. I wonder is it like can I like I wonder if I can just like move things around, and it looks like I can't. I mean, that's gonna go either way. Okay, so it looks like I don't need to turn things around. All right, that's good at least. That's what I was like kind of worried about. I was like, uh-oh. Upon drinking both in unenforced manner, because everything the Pepsi tastes like Windex, and nobody should drink it over Coke. What about RC though? No. Do we still make RC? I feel like I've never seen RC like in a long ass time. Alright, the masses. Also, what's up, Zach? Yeah, RC. I don't remember if it's like RC Cola or if it's just RC. Refiner equipment check. Huh? Why won't this component fit right? A pair of warm, dry hands that are over Rachel's trembling shoulders. I'll take care of it.
It's fine.
It was sooner than we expected, but everything is proceeding according to plan. All according to Keikaku. Kanzero's note. Keikaku means plan. I think I thought I have some RC. It still exists? I'm already shocked. It feels like it's been forever since I heard the name RC. Or like, hear anyone talk about RC. You never seen it? Ah, okay. Also, y'all, if we are going to do another marathon stream similar to how I did with Pokemon Rejuvenation. Like, well, I streamed for like a month straight. We need to think of a good game that like fits it, because like it would have to be a long story and an engaging story. Gameplay wise, it has to be at least decent, because it's a Pokemon game, so it's like yeah, it has some different stuff because, you know, fan game, but at the end of its core, it's just a turn-based RPG, which is fine with me. I like RPGs, but yeah, it had to be. The gameplay has to at least be decent. So we need to think of a game if we want to do another marathon, like we did with Rejuve. Granted, that was an accidental marathon. I got hooked on the fucking game. I'm just nervous. We don't know what changes the storm might bring in the future. Maybe it comes as a very unique opportunity. She took a deep breath, forcing her hands to steady.
But
Our equipment here is woefully inadequate. Look at these anemone cups. Some of them are broken. The few applications approval came on short notice. We've approved as much as we could within our time and budget. We've done it all in a month on a remote coral island in the middle of nowhere. Only place there, let us try. Beat every game on the Switch NES library. I mean, Mega Man would take me forever, just because I fucking suck at Mega Man. Pokemon Colosseum will not take me a month. It'll take me like a week maybe. At most a week. The Foundation's local bank had to source this equipment from a civilian suppliers, so these things are so out of date we might as well be using coconuts. But we're intelligent, we source for women. We got this. Alright, now before we set out, I stuffed a handful of compressed biscuits into my pockets and brought a thermos of hot water for tea. The water's still hot. So even if we fail to gather any useful observations, at least we won't starve. Oh, it's not? Golden Goblin says though, who's ready for World 2? I forgot I played that game, to be honest. Fuck that game. Respectfully. I like the game, but also fuck that game. Excellent, Researcher Cola has already taken care of our basic survival needs. Well, one of these days, for going for round 2, we need to have a functional measuring apparatus. As long as this round of data can prove our hypothesis, we'll undoubtedly be able to apply for a thorough follow-up experiment. Gulen goes better. And while you two deploy the probe out at sea, I'll set up our trade winds and atmospheric pressure monitoring stations. By yourself, it was a long trip up. You know we should. I work more efficiently alone. He's just like me for real. He says with such complete certainty there seems to be no question actually turns and walks out alone. In one game I was thinking, and I only thought about this because of the new Switch Direct. I was like, if I end up getting a Switch 2, a game that might work, emphasis on might, because I don't know a damn thing about the series. The Xeno series, like these Xenogear, Xenoblade, Xeno Saga. I know just at least Blade and Gears. How's it going? Can you manage things? You need my help. Because the only thing I know about the Xenoblade series is whatever got spoiled in Smash, and the fact that Rex tapped Hyra, Mythra, and like a third person. I forget her name. Can you manage things? You need my help. You don't need to worry. I got things under control.
Rachel.
You know, each other, you are unusually tense. Can you blame me? I've been waiting for this moment for a very long time. The suspect deployed the deep water apparatus, but honestly, I'm more worried about Korwal working alone. I almost asked a diabolical question. Say she's proven reliable, even just in the short time we worked together. Maybe right. So, have you noticed that she's quite harsh whenever she speaks to you? Now, especially now, she has her own kind of way of speaking. definitely come across quite blunt at times. I think that's just the way she is. Even so, I can't shake the feeling that she's especially frosty around you. Am I just imagining things? Margaret returns to her work without giving an immediate answer. A mutual friend of ours from Cambridge died in an accident. For whatever reason, Cole has always thought I was responsible in some way. Okay, so hear me out. If I will admit that I don't want to get pregnant, can I just swap to the other towards the, you know, and, according to the research I've done, yeah. How could she possibly think you had anything to do with something like that? That does explain something. I saw Cole was speaking with the cryptography lead. You know, that fishbowl-headed Awaken? Cryptography. Seemed that she was asking for his help with some equations, maybe decrypting them. Then note that black letter notebook she's always reading over at night.
Yes.
I think she means well, just trying to verify things for herself.
Marguerite.
We'll hope that we can trust one another after all this time. No matter what, I'll stand by you. I don't want you getting caught up in anything dangerous. The water ripples, the boat lights crosswise on the sea, dividing light from shadow. Without changing her expression, Margaret drops the boy into the water, catching a fragment of memory in the dispersing wings. Oh! I thought it was gonna be like, to be continued. Come in. She gets into the office but does not fully close the door behind her. Please, have a seat.
Professor Ludwig.
Don't be necessary, Professor Ludwig von Koopa. May I ask why you wish to see me? I understand your visiting lectureship has concluded. You came all the way from Plesetsk to Cambridge. I assume you have something important to inform me of. The patience and emphasis on her words failed to reach the other side of the desk. The Raven Professor does not answer right away, weighing his choice of words. Margaret, how have you been adjusting lately?
Huh.
Isn't the first time you've asked that question, Professor? That's such a terrible opening line, is it now? After all, people and circumstances can change when least expected. For instance, have you encountered any problems with your peers? Perhaps I could offer you some assistance. Exactly the sort of question guaranteed to irritate her.
What is it?
What exactly are you trying to imply?
If so...
You're only extending a courtesy, I have no need for it. Finland is bent with them. Several days ago, at Foundation headquarters, I came across a newly issued warrant from Zeno. An acute disorder whose description seemed oddly familiar to me.
In my opinion...
Sure, it's only a misunderstanding. Perhaps, or maybe that you have your own way of dealing with the matter. Don't intend to probe any deeper. I only hope none of this will affect your future studies. You are a natural-born researcher, Margaret. The conversation lapsed into a poignant silence, the meaning of the words understated but clear between the two soft-spoken figures. Because of the storm? Because of the storm. I know of a place where you would be exempt from Xeno scrutiny. You'd be interested in joining the Laplace Scientific Computing Center. So that's how she joins. As Margaret leaves the office, she encounters an eavesdropper around the corner. She feigns surprise, although it is anything but. The girl seizes her sleeve anxiously.
What happened?
What is it, Annie? What are you doing here?
Marguerite.
Are you okay, Annie? What did Professor Ludwig mean just now? Are you in some kind of danger? You're not leaving Cambridge, are you? The half-closed door serves its intended purpose, just as predicted.
Oh.
You hear all of that? Chad, I think she might have killed Annie. I was just coming to find you. You told me you've been called to the professor's office. So I decided I will wait out here for you. I really didn't mean to eavesdrop, but the door wasn't closed.
It's fine.
It's fine, Annie. I don't mind. It wasn't anything confidential. Professor Ludwig von Koopa offered me a position at the Laplace Scientific Computing Center. If I were to accept, then yes, it would mean leaving. I keep forgetting that, like, it's like public that this thing exists. That the Laplace Center exists. Is there something you wanted to tell me? For a moment, panic flashes across the girl's face. Oh, is that all? The placement at the LSCC really isn't an excellent opportunity. I've always been curious about how science can align with Arcanum. In any case, congratulations! I haven't made up my mind yet.
If so,
If you're curious about Arcanum technology, you should think about submitting an application too. Oh, I don't think so. Her face pales as she watches to explain.
I've had enough of all the chaos.
Not that I have anything against it, but I've never enjoyed the disorder that comes from Arcanum. Science is about complete, logical stories, not ambiguous, elusive concepts.
Only deductive analysis can ease my heart.
I thought a long time ago that I would put my trust only what I could prove through scientific reason. That's the only way I feel safe. An entirely reasonable human perspective. I'm sure they will appreciate someone with a traditional scientific viewpoint. But I'm always so unsure, always second guessing myself. I can't propose bold, creative hypotheses like real geniuses do. I don't belong somewhere like Laplace. I think that's a judgment you should make for yourself, Annie. Oh well, I shouldn't badger you. Wasn't that something you wanted to tell me? I know it's not. But for some reason, I'm looking at badger, I'm just like, I feel like that's misspelled. But I know it's not.
No.
No, it's nothing. She awkwardly folds her hands behind her, concealing something. It looks like a torn scrap of paper. Just a trivial thing, nothing important. Didn't mean to bother you.
Annie.
Please, Annie, what is it? Do you want to show me something? Just stop acting, Margaret, I'm begging you. The ghost fully leaves her unmoved.
Show me.
Damn! She got her like that?
Rachel.
I think? I won't be surprised if Annie accidentally calls Margaret mommy from time to time. And what about you, Rachel?
But
You know, at this point, I don't think anyone in Laplace agrees with your hypothesis that the storm can be explained through natural phenomena. Very remarkable that you persevered despite it all.
Aha!
Maybe so, but even if no one else agrees with me, does that mean it isn't true? After all, truth belongs in the hands of the brave few. So, why not me? I know many people in Laplace think that just refuse to admit natural science has lost its relevance in the face of the storm. I'm stubborn, that much I admit. I chose this path, and I'll see it through to the end. Even if it leaves you battered and bleeding. Even if it costs me everything. Oh, she's gonna kill Rachel, isn't she, chat? The words hang for her heartbeat. Margaret studies the depths of Rachel's
I
pupils.
see. Understood.
That's admirable, truly. She's gonna fucking kill Rachel, isn't she, chat? Uh-oh. After finishing the installation of the elevator monitoring equipment, Olwa returns to the temporary outpost. Where's Rachel? Taking temperature readings, she'll be gone for a while. The reply elicits the precise reaction she has anticipated as Koa marches towards her with purpose. My god, they killed Kitty! I deciphered the notebook.
Huh.
Why it took you so long? So you didn't make the mistake of asking for that fishbowl's help.
So,
What did you find? Initially, I focused on breaking down the equations in the notebook, searching for patterns concealed behind the figures. And yes, I consulted with Mr. Ulrich. He suspected the entire notebook might be itself a kind of elaborate cipher.
but
Then I realized something on my own. Most of these equations were entirely ordinary, just things Annie must have copied down during lectures. There was nothing remarkable about them at all, no ciphers or hidden secrets. Koa takes a deep breath. Go on, it's like you thought this too. I'd like to hear it. Then I realized something. All these notes recorded Annie's entire academic life. From the equations alone, I could tell what classes she attended each day, and what topics she was studying. Clearer than any timetable. Also clear that at a certain point, her mental health began to deteriorate sharply. Errors started cropping up in her calculations. The margins filled up with corrections. She wasn't able to concentrate on her studies. Eventually, she made a significant computational error. Suspect that was one of the main reasons her research project fell through. The suffering she once saw in people now passes through her lips. Something happened to her shortly before her accident, a change in her personality. She wasn't herself anymore. I was going to say, oh, is she suffering from dissolution? And I was like, wait, that's more immense. Is she suffering from like the storm side effect sickness thing? I forgot exactly what it was. The turning point was a day in late October. That was the day she wrote down your class schedule in her notebook. She was trying to find a time to talk to you. Margaret, tell me honestly, what did you two talk about that day? Margaret's expression is unchanged despite the frank accusation in Corwall's tone. One of my class in October 1987. More time has passed, I can't recall anything specific. I won't let you brush this off anymore. No need to get upset. I'll answer whatever questions you have truthfully. I did hear that before Annie passed away, she was going through some difficulties. Margaret observes her colleagues' growing frustration, that anger that tugs at every corner of her face. Allowing the silence to stretch, she speaks again with unhurried pace. I think I remember, late October, Daisy Annie around that time. It was the day Ludwig von Cooper offered me a position at Laplace. Annie overheard our conversation outside the office, and she reacted rather unusually. Well, it might have been around that time she really started to withdraw. She had no confidant, no mentor she could trust. As far as I could tell, she was quite lonely. And eventually, that led to her accident. You're saying that because you left... No, you're saying that because you left, Annie ultimately chose to end her own life. No, I can't believe that. Simply can't. 87? The president, the fight of 87? You may not have known her well, but everything I did know about her tells me she would never have done such a thing. Despite the protest, I could tell the doubt and heartbreak in her expression. She's on the back foot.
She longed to break free.
It's really so difficult to imagine. Maybe she wanted to release from all her troubles. What?
Sorry.
Nothing. I'm just speculating. I simply didn't expect that you would arrive at that conclusion. Oh no, don't you try to with us. 1999, this back to me. What are you implying? But she can't read anything past her colleague's serene, dead-eyed smile. Unsteady in her conviction, she suddenly feels the urge to withdraw. And the hydrate. And the posture check. Alright, thank you. Enough, I don't want to hear it.
Aha!
Everything's set up outside. The recorder should already be receiving data. Rachel's excited voice cuts through the air, her hopeful energy arriving shortly before she does. Huh? Were you two arguing? Why did it feel colder in here than outside? Not at all. Researcher Cora was feeling a little under the weather. I think something might be related to the storm countdown. I'm fine. I'm not showing any symptoms of storm syndrome. There we go, storm syndrome. We have first aid supplies on hand. If you feel unwell at all, tell me immediately. What's going on here? Margaret turns towards the recorder at Rachel's side. It's receiving data transmitted from the deep water probe. That's a massive fluctuation for such a short interval.
Did something happen?
What's happening outside? She pulls out a sheet of paper, rapidly converts the signal, and sketches a curve. Either the probe is malfunctioning, or we just detected something extraordinary. They contemplate the data, and Margaret writes down a set of highly simplified equations. Variables entered, approximation computed, the result is unsettling. Its energy value resembles a global climatic phase transition. Difficult not to associate this with the storm. The probe didn't complete its transmission. How is that possible? Perhaps the sudden shift in temperature and depth caused the signal to stall. What's the possibility that it never resurfaced at all? That's the case. Recovering the probe itself would be extremely difficult. Margaret, you designed it. What's your assessment? Shouldn't be so fragile that it can't withstand this level of fluctuation. So the probe itself could be trapped down there? Well, that signal was at coordinate Z023. We should try to recover it. I can see the surface marker at D023. Cold was the submersible hydrophone picking up anything. No leaf signature or elbow was detected. The cable is fully taut. I put on it and it didn't bulge. So I have the right read here. Rachel, what's your assessment? The probe that detected the anomalous signal is stuck at a depth of 36 meters. That's too deep for recovery.
It's fine.
Nonetheless, we already gathered some extraordinary data. Should keep us occupied for quite some time. Rachel's gonna go down there, isn't she? Waves rolling under gathering shadows. No one sees Rachel's expression clearly. She glances at her watch and stares out towards the rolling sea. We touch a cold, Margaret. I'm going to dive down there and retrieve the probe. Yep. Oh, she's cooked. Chat. Press F. She's fucking cooked. Wait, this doesn't go here? Nope. Okay. This goes like here. Okay, this goes here. This goes here. Wait, what does this go? Oh, here. Oh, I think that this should go. Oh, I know, I have no idea where that goes. Shit. Okay. Oh. Alright, never mind. We got it. Conjecture and proof.
What?
Have you lost your mind? Don't have the training for a deep dive like that. Besides, those suits aren't even ready for that depth. There's no reason to risk your life of a probe. Only a bit over 20 meters down. 36 meters. This probe is of critical importance. Only instrument that recorded the anomaly. We can retrieve the physical unit. We may never get a second chance. It was just a force field expedition with half-baked equipment. Everything is still in its infancy. The recorder clearly captured all the transmitted data leading up to the anomaly. If we're not recovering the probe, it will be enough. Why are you trying to get yourself killed? Are you really that naive, Korra? We both know that even more readings are far too unreliable. If we can retrieve the unit and calibrate it against the baseline probe, then all we have are isolated readings. They will laugh us out of headquarters. He tries to interrupt, but Rachel already pulling on a diving suit continues speaking. Without verification, our analysis becomes a mere hypothesis, or was imagination. Even Hardy and I don't know how to pronounce this, so I'm gonna try my best. Wamanujan had to prove their conjectures. Must demonstrate ours beyond any dispute. Every rational doubt must be erased. I need tangible proof.
Science is about complete, logical stories, not ambiguous, elusive whims.
Hey, that's exactly it. Isn't the time for speeches? The probe might simply be malfunctioning, and this exhibition was rushed. Can't wait until the next time. If we do, I never encounter a deal like this again. It could be faulty or it could be real. That's precisely why I need to verify it. Rachel gazes off and she looks at Margaret. You understand me, don't you? Margaret, I waited long enough. Your silence is a mirror, and in it, Rachel seems to see her own conviction reflected. I've always lived my life for science. The history of science is filled with brilliant minds. The modern world is built upon that history. With the centuries of ignorance, we finally separated myth from materialism. Then the storm came, and everything reset to zero. Rachel. Rachel lifts her head, looking out over the waves, making a final choice in her heart. Are those geniuses, mathematicians, and physicists who dedicate their entire lives to discovering and defining the laws of the universe? What was all of it for? Plato, Hypatia, Galileo, Darwin, brilliant minds that struggled against ignorance for the sake of
The
truth.
history of science cannot be washed away by the storm. I must prove its every word. But
I understand what you're saying, but you need to be alive too. Please stop being such a core. I respect my resolve as a scientist. The water shot, there was no room for argument anymore.
is this really the choice you're going to make?
Yes, it's my choice. Feels like the first weird choice I've made since the first storm.
This is my fated duty.
Call it fate, or maybe call it the deterministic ends of an uncaring universe. I don't care. My last time to justify my life's work. Then I won't stop you. Wait! A surge of anguish detonates in Corwall's mind. He recalls Annie's face followed by shadow, and the familiarity terrifies her. Rachel, don't you think this is strange? Timing's too coincidental. Yet it can be fabricated. Instruments are temperable. All this feels so unreal, like someone else was guiding you towards a specific end. What do you mean? Oh, are you questioning my scientific integrity? Or are you accusing Margaret? Don't be ridiculous. I don't know what happened between the two of you back in Cambridge. I don't have the time for this here. You need to accuse without evidence. No, Her tongue swells and trips. All she has is intuition, not evidence. I mean that we all know how desperate you are to show science alone is capable of explaining the storm. Now this opportunity feels too good to be true, too perfect. Enough. I appreciate your concern, but my decision is made. There's nothing more to say. I'm going to retrieve the probe. Oh, she's dead, chat. She is dead.
Marguerite.
Marguerite quickens her pace to catch up. Dust is falling as they walk side by side along the shore. There is no traces of storm in the sea breeze yet, only the stillness of nature. Hey. That paper, samplings of global and regional chaotic energy route changes. You wrote it, didn't you? Margaret stops walking and they hold each other's gaze for a brief moment. It had to be you. Only someone with a rare genius could have made those calculations. I wonder if anyone else in the world could have figured it out. No one would have expected you of all people. But I saw it. Your statistical habits are identical. Small pounds know where you structure data. It's a pity I never asked you to co-author with me. I might have known sooner. Lorenz Butterfly is a beautiful pseudonym. I admire the symbolism. The pale researcher's face changes to something rarely seen. An actual smile. Yeah.
Yes.
It's true.
I'm the butterfly of Institutum Lorenz. I've never believed that we could unravel the secrets of the storm with science alone.
Okay.
Our goals are diametrically opposed.
I see, and now I realize why that component didn't fit right earlier. I assume you modified a probe to fit your own ends. So, Lorenz Butterfly, what did you do to it? Nothing substantial. I only added a module designed to monitor chaotic energy. There was something else. You know that under our new safety regulations, we have to leave at least 90 minutes before the storm. That was our compromise. That's why it didn't surface. Going too early will compromise your observation. Just leaving it down there will compromise mine. Bring it back at the right time and you'll have my thanks. You mean at the very last moment before the storm sweeps us all away? Now I'm curious. How could possibly keep me down there for so long? What else did you leave down there?
Don't worry.
I ensured you have sufficient oxygen. You better add me as a co-author on your next paper. There was no landmines. They're too bitter for a joke, too genuine for a bob.
Rachel?
I'm afraid the contribution wouldn't warrant co-authorship, Rachel. I think waging my life might earn a footnote at least. It doesn't matter now. Margaret, that last time you still firmly, unconditionally by my side. Now I'll do the same for you.
Farewell,
Dear Margaret.
dear Marguerite.
Yep, she's cooked. Her pad life before her, she refuses to wait another second. To be continued. Oh shit. Here? This goes here, maybe? Yeah. This goes here. This goes... Oh, never mind. Yeah. It goes there, it goes there. Duh. The hidden scar. Okay. Alright. Let's see. A severe rope lies right at the center of the table. Once tethered away to the diving suit, Kowa's every suspicion proved true. Now she sits on a desolate island with the accused. Yep, she's dead. Don't understand why she did it. It was suicide. Margaret looks over to her without expression. She is prepared to sacrifice herself for her research. This era where the storm has stripped science of its meaning, it was her last stand for reason over chaos. What would you think of stopping her? If she died because of this, it will be the end of everything. No future, no possibility, nothing. Was Annie's accident like this as well? Does it matter? Would you want to hear the answer even if it might destroy you?
Yes.
Of course. It isn't the first time you implied there's more to her accident. Speak plainly. Have I made any implications, or have you just been trying to read suspicion into my answers? You want Annie's death to be something other than an accident. You want a culprit to hold responsible. When it comes to Annie, you never asked me for the truth. Kowa clenches her fists.
Sorry.
Forgive me. I don't remember what else happened that day. That day in late October 1987, the day Annie came to see me, the turning point, as you call it. He pauses, smiling when it woke Kowa to ask. What happened? She lets the question hang in the air, then to toy with her, answered with a question of her own. Did you remember how I correctly predicted that you were coming to La Place? You said you saw the dispatch list on Simone's desk. My destination was on it. I used that alias to publish a few pieces in the Cambridge student papers. Your memory serves you well. Maybe you remember all the trouble Annie had after the scandals involving her family's business became public. You said her parents' business dealings were just the beginning. They were walking on thin ice with the law and with the tabloids. She wouldn't dare comment on anything political at school or even the slightest bit controversial, but she stayed quiet, anything to stay under the radar. Now that I think about it, that month must have been a significant time for you as well.
I remember.
I recall that was the first time the name Kowa appeared in the campus papers. Stop acting, Margaret, I'm begging you. She pleaded, but the girl before her only friend remained unmoved, pressing her to expose the wound instead.
Show me.
What did you bring me? With barely any effort, Margaret snatches the scrap from her hands. In the struggle, the paper is torn into pieces and scattered across the floor. A corner of the latest student newspaper. I remember the hunger and the cold. I remember the cold dust of my father's hands. I remember my mother's sobbing cries when news of my father's death came. I remember the weight that crushed me into the earth from the weight of a mountain.
Oh.
A piece written by a student from a mining family. Both our parents passed away 2 years ago. That name, how fitting. Like a wall of coal rising from the excavation pit, faintly luminous in the dark.
Annie.
Would you care to explain what's going on? The girl before her shivers fearfully, her hands trembling at her side. People think I'm just as responsible for their deaths as my father. They think of me as a monster, or at best as a child of monsters. I don't blame Kowa, it's belonged to since people found out about them. I've been painted with the same brush. You look at me and see a spoiled brat given everything but the world's dirty, dangerous, and exploitative industry. All this article did was give them an excuse to unleash their hatred. doesn't change anything. I don't know what to do. Margaret, I'm not sure I blame them, but I didn't choose my family any more than they chose theirs. No one chooses their circumstances. I saw Kowa today. I don't think she even noticed me as I walked by.
Those were precious lives, all lost before my eyes.
Seeing her, knowing what she's been through, I don't feel like I deserve anything that I have here. I can't look at her without feeling like I was the one who let her father die and killed her mother with all that grief and pain. Tried to fight for full scholarship just for a chance to stand on an equal footing with me. So maybe I deserve all that's gone. I mean, that's just what I get for benefiting from her pain. For trembling hands low with exhaustion. I'm sorry, Margaret. I shouldn't have troubled you with any of this. You must think I'm being ridiculous. I should go. Never should have bothered you in the first place. She turns and thinks away, looking as pale as a phantom. Night has fallen as the evacuation timer continues to tick down. In a tiny outpost, Koa wheels back, inadvertently knocking over a chair. I never spoke to her after that day.
Even so,
Suppose I did take notice of her change of behavior, but I didn't see how it concerned me. She never reached out to me at any rate. Annie. She was sweet, really. Probably too sensitive, but kind. And a few weeks later, there was that death in the lab building. Sensitive medical compounds, among them the kind necessary to induce cardiac arrest. You can say, may have only been a coincidence. For a while struggle, suddenly feeling choked with some unrealized emotion. Never meant to make her feel that way. I was bitter, of course, but I never blamed her for what happened. Didn't want people to forget what happened to my parents. Was it me? Did I cause any death? No conspiracy, no hidden manipulation, just me. Other woman shrugs. He was so unsettled about the idea that her death was an accident.
oh,
Strange. On this time you thought I must be guilty in some way. But it's never one thread that pulls the news. Everything is connected. Every word, every action shapes the next, like the flapping of a butterfly's wings. Annie said it well. No one chooses their circumstances. You couldn't have known that painting a touching memo to your family would light the fuse that led to her demise. But then perhaps on some unconscious level, you sensed there was more. An unease you felt led you to look for a culprit. To Annie's only friend, a reclusive transfer student with an unclear past and a habit of writing strange equations on blackboards. It was my indifference that allowed all of this to happen. Because I let them torture her for something she couldn't change.
but
That still doesn't explain everything. That equation you wrote, I swear it was modeling Annie's behavior. That's why I suspected you. But chill spreads to her body. Wait, that equation? You wrote it for me to see, didn't you? Right down to my first day at Laplace, you produced all of this, didn't you? Oh. So, what the hell is this? You let me think I was acting on my conscience. That I was searching for the truth. Not the while just acting out a formula you had already solved. A study of human behavior and decision making. But I was even the data. I was the proof. A walking replication.
But
Why? Why would you do this? What about Rachel? What role did she serve in this sick formula of yours? I encourage you to sort that for yourself. The answer is quite simple, but I would hate to interrupt your process. Why? Because I just do it for the love of the game. Confusion, disbelief, and comprehension. She excels at solving problems and eliminating impossibilities. Setting aside the risk Rachel faced and all the elaborate staging, the ultimate goal was to delay the probe's retrieval. You let her go out there just to make sure you got reliable data. The conclusion defies all reason, yet it seems to be true. So all of it was to prove your theories about the storm. Let Kowa study her face without an answer. And in return, she reads from her an unprecedented mixture of danger and exhilaration.
you seem upset.
Right.
You are powerless. Alright, I'll give you an opportunity.
This is our teleport disc. Only means we have a returning tribute to Laplace. Why would I give you it? Can you figure out my motive? I trust you can.
Now, make your choice. You could choose to leave me stranded here in the storm, to punish me without worrying about morals or laws.
As judgment as you see fit. Allow me to return to Laplace with you and see whether your hypothesis is correct. You're completely insane. A monster impossible to comprehend.
What will you do?
Well, what would you do? Well, what would you do, chat? Will you leave her stranded, or you take her? Now, the question becomes: does Korwa live? The storm descends once more, avoiding the remnants of 87. Take her to make her worse. This is true. That absolutely was my answer. The storm descends once more, avoiding the remnants of 1987. She could ruin me, and I would say thank you. Inside the Laplace scientific computer, some researchers pause their work and stare at the absurd, distorted water side. Others move faster, seizing this rare window to conduct experiments. The storm. He casts a detached glance at the others and continues, not once breaking her stride. Unnecessary information. Only 3 weeks have passed since she joined Laplace. She's still considered a newcomer. But recently, something has changed. She uncovered a secret hidden within Laplace.
Interesting.
Here it is, archived related to chaos theory. The contents are riddled with errors, almost comically deliberate and unlikely to draw anyone's attention. Yet, why had an Anakin riddle here? That is in stark contrast to this file's mediocrity. Who could possibly decipher such a riddle, especially without any real grounding in chaos theory? Only someone utterly bored with everything Laplace has to offer. Enigma? Does not take her long to filter out the interference and reach the answer.
Oh?
Are these coordinates? She invokes an arcane skill, attempting to contact a faraway place. Forward speed. The first thing to emerge from the other end is a fragrance steeped in the scent of tears. Oh, someone found the coordinates, alas. I'm the very first to decide what the puzzle I conceal within Laplace. Wasn't much of a challenge. Perhaps so, but once you consider the surrounding challenges become significantly more difficult. For instance, it was hidden in a neglected file, one riddled with errors and liable to deletion at any time, and chaos theory stands in direct opposition to Laplace's doctrine.
So?
Who exactly are you, madam? My name and identity are irrelevant. I have lived a very long time. Such labels no longer matter to me. I am no longer within the Laplace Scientific Computing Center, nor am I under the Foundation's jurisdiction. I left those coordinates to invite you into a secret society hidden within Laplace. Institutum Lorenz. Tell me, dear. We'd like to find the very first birthlight that caused the storm to fall. The storm and the first circulation observation ends abruptly. I'm assuming Korwa lives then. Yeah. Yeah. Besides the ICU doors, Korwa and Ulrich stand vigil over a sleeping figure. Will she recover? I'm afraid I have no more insight on that account than you do. The medical personnel have relayed to me that Rachel was suffering from severe oxygen toxicity, resulting in severe respiratory distress and retinal damage. He hasn't been responsive to any attempt to wake her. In short, she's in a coma. Rachel lived? What the fuck? I'm honestly surprised she lived. I thought she died. The monitoring equipment indicates that during the post recovery, she experienced some kind of unforeseen underwater accident. Something severed the instrument's cable, causing it to float several hundred meters away from its original coordinates. It greatly delayed our recovery time. There's no explaining how. You might as well conclude a shock is how you take it as a true choice. The truth of the matter, we'll have to wait until she regains consciousness. She is also exhibiting mild symptoms of storm syndrome. Fortunately, the observation point was far from the epicenter of the storm. Rachel is built different. Honestly, she honestly just might be built different. Didn't know she got that dog in her. Fortunately, the observation point far from the epicenter of the storm, though thankfully her distance from the epicenter greatly reduced its effects. She handled it well. Fortunate indeed. Perhaps that too was part of the design. The fur fluid does not grasp her meaning. This kind of work is simply unsuitable to fragile humans. Mr. Ulrich, for even you and Awaken to violate protocol by returning to safety at the very last moment before the storm falls. All for a single set of data. The fur fluid was placidly on the center of his helmet. But there are certain dangerous tasks we have no choice but to undertake. And we Awaken are simply better equipped. Actually built different. Let's hope Researcher Rachel wakes up soon. Otherwise, our natural physics department may be reduced to just Adler. One minute just declares the whole thing defunct. Now then, up to read Lorenz Butterfly's latest paper. Calculated several coordinates for supernatural phenomena may occur, suggesting a connection to the core mechanism of the storm. Though I really do wonder how these provocative letters always manage to bypass security and end up on my desk. Supernatural phenomena? That is indeed a compelling direction. Ulrich turns towards her in a sideways glance. You surprised me, Cole. I thought you had little interest in exploring Arcanum theory. How can he do a sideways glance? I'm assuming the fair fluid just like goes fully left or fully right. Well, I simply come to understand something. Her true objective is surprisingly simple. The words bounced off its glass exterior without understanding. Who do you mean? Lorenz Butterfly? Forget it. Mr. Ulrich, if I had no interest in Arcanum theory whatsoever, I would never have joined Laplace. After all, the storm is unquestionably an arcane phenomenon. But I don't believe science has become obsolete in the face of that fact. The rules of the universe have simply changed beyond recognition. Time for science to embark on a new path. By integrating Arcanum. Exactly. In that much we are agreed. Laplace must consider Institutum Lorenz an affront to science. I, however, remain undecided. As Lorenz Butterfly wrote in her letter,
Only through pneuma can we understand chaotic energy. Only by monitoring the ebb and flow of chaotic energy can we measure the storm.
I don't entirely understand her methodology, but it may reveal the truth of our world. I'm curious about this Lorenz Butterfly. What sort of person do you think she is? I think she's like pale, ash blonde hair. Towa gives out a sleeping companion beyond the glass in quiet contemplation.
A genius, unbound by rules or limitations.
What a genius, that much no one can deny. The end. I am honestly surprised Rachel lived that. Like, yes, she's in a coma, but everything throughout the entire story, I was like, oh, chat, I think she's just fucking dead. Oh, wait, and no survey stage. Survey. Wait, this is the actual team I'm planning on using. Surf Bob gains the igniting ring beat. When attacking, additionally inflict one stack of burn. Is that the same thing? Yeah, okay, cool. Actually, hold on. And grants the same effect to all other lingering glow allies. Okay. 3 rounds. 2 stacks of burn. Oh, what the? Before attacking, inflict 2 stacks of burn on the target. After hitting the target, deals an additional damage dealt by ally incantations to the target this round times 3%. Static genesis damage. It's not okay. Increased by 0.5% for every 100 points of lingering glow. running up to 600 points. Triggers up to 10 times per round. Sheesh. Okay, then just more of the same thing, just stronger. Miss Lingering Glow, whenever you're doing Halo. How is this? Oh, accumulates Lingering Glow. Oh, okay, pre-connection. Okay, never mind. Gain Moxie +2. At the end of the round, Lingering Glow allies who did not catch the ultimate on gain Moxie +1. Lorenz, while like just the Moxie +1. Lingering Glow allies ultimates do not take up the allied incantation draw limit. God damn! All enemies' bonus attack increase limits increased by 5, and at least 3 Lingering allies are present. The bonus attack limits additionally increased by 15. Isolde, Beryl, and I believe Marsha also had Lingering Glow. Well, I mean, I'm assuming it also counts Lorenz as well.
Let's go gambling!
With 1, 2, or 3 Lingering Glow allies are present, at the start of the round, for every 100 points of Lingering Glow, counting up to 600 points, grants damage bonus plus 2.5 or 5% or 15%, and incantation by 1, 2, or 6% to all allies for 1 round. Where's Forgesh? Yeah, she is. Okay. God damn.
It's an honor to meet
Let's go gambling! Next time we see her, I lived, bitch. Oh shit! I didn't see it was 3. I'm just so used to having the 2.
The true nature of chaos.
It is here. I can hear it.
Alright, let's just slowly get things started around for turn 1.
Fun, is it?
Did she just said 1 idiot?
A ripple stirred. I remember this.
Ow. This song though?
Peace and quiet.
Boom. 2? Can you get a 3? Oh, we got 3!
All it takes are some minor changes to the initial condition.
Okay.
Restraint ist part of the Trend Schwur. Zu beschützen und zu helfen.
A new toy. Could the flap of a butterfly's wings
Okay.
in Brazil stir a tornado in Texas?
There's strength in restraint. I will remember your name.
God damn, these are fat fucks. God damn, fatties.
Pull the trigger.
Oh, you're not dead. Alright, hold on. This one might die.
A sacred charge. Fine.
Oh, you asshole. Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Dérive comme la soleil.
What a tragedy.
Dérive dans le flot des séphirotes. Comme la soleil le destin.
Let's... I might well just do this. I can do this.
Hand of the pain. Pray, caught in your woven net. The overflow of the Sephiroth. Fate has revealed itself to you. The overflow of the Sephiroth.
Soffocae sangue.
You're going to get cast out, bro. Look, they are surviving all of these. Are they not fat fucks because of this? Look. Thick as fuck.
Fate has revealed itself to you.
Tu peux la jeter maintenant. La charme d'opère.
People will see the context of this and they will understand. They're like, okay, yeah, this fucking thing is just surviving a shit ton of attacks. Okay, I'm gonna be paired if he took a Moxie point from me.
Ich schwor,
A glimpse beneath the veil.
I can hear it.
The true nature.
Restraint is part of
Okay.
the training. I will remember your name.
Kill. Alright, Belle.
Set.
Attack him with the power of France. Send him to the French dimension. One. Two. Can we get three? Three.
Topologically clumsy.
A necessary counterattack. A sacred charge.
That might pop. Yeah, wait, that might trigger Bell.
A tragedy.
All it takes are some minor changes to the initial condition.
If he fucking lives this,
Ich schwor, zu
I'm gonna be
beschützen
so pissed
und
off.
zu helfen. It is here. Sophocae sangue.
Yeah, we're wearing layers of clothing to protect himself from the atomic bomb that you're going to be setting their way. It wasn't enough, though. Look at that.
Voilà donc succès. Atteindre la fin.
Gotta send to the
Non
French
la
dimension.
prophétie, mais par mes propres mains.
There we go. Alright. And just like that, chat, we managed to
I'm knight
get,
of the
we managed to finish Loretnz'S character story. Okay. I love how she's just unapologetically an asshole. Love that for her.
I'm neither in Romania nor on the
But-
Foreign Isles.
Oh, speaking of Lorenz, let me say something real quick.
Case. Never would I have.
She is all built and ready to go.
Calcul de l'exposant
Only thing I
de
need
doctrine
is to
maximale
increase
requise.
for
Quant à la condition initiale, elle devrait être
I forget what it's called again,
statut
but like
actuel de Versailles.
her weapon basically.
Oh, I'd like to run some
But,
calculations on your
I mean,
suitcase.
I do that with
you,
almost
if you
everybody,
don't
but like,
mind.
hold on. I'm just like, this shit costs a lot to the point where I'm like, I don't feel like it. I know it's good. I know I should increase it to 260, but I'm just like, man, it costs a lot. Nobody is safe from the French dimension in this game. I mean, what's his face? We sent Muriel back to France with Broom. You're going back. Bye. But that is going to be it for me. I did say it was going to be a short stream. I said it would be like 2 hours, and it's like basically 2 hours. Actually less than 2 hours because I started the stream late. According to OBS, I finished it under 2 hours, like an hour and 51 minutes. Oh, thank God, money. Like actually, oh thank God, money. I was struggling because I was like, man, I don't got shit. Wait, hold on. And then on Provocateur, they said the time they lived in was 400 years ago. Following the avalanche of no more cans, the ritual that still the masculine force in the polis and so long to travel 2 centuries to the future. The key part of the ritual, however, is broken and beyond repair. Hence, we want to research the ritual's meteor storm. Besides, the mystical city, an unusual case happened. There might be the work of the madness. Laplace has dispatched an investigator to the scene. I love how this always like hints at what's going to be happening in the next patch. It's always like cool seeing that. The Mesmers! Oh. So I haven't done it, though I want to. That's not it. This. The 3 doors. This is about the Mesmers. And the reason why I'm saying that is because... Where are you?
Oh, it's our genius.
We have a Mesmer.
Any insane
We have a
ideas?
Mesmer Jr. I've heard. So she's shown up. She's shown up in the story, specifically in chapter 3 and 4. If I remember correctly, she was the one that like told that fucking asshole. I forget her name. But the like director of the foundation.
Neither in Romania nor on
And she was the one that was like looking over Vorten while she was like in a coma,
Never
basically.
would I have imagined I'd live in such a big and
I
comforting
haven't played it, but I've heard that her
suitcase.
character story, I believe it is. Yeah, her anecdote. I've heard it's actually like really good. It's like apparently one of the best ones. I've heard hers. I forget hers. I forget her name. Betty? Yeah, I believe it's Betty. I feel like those two are like some of the best ones in the game. In the game. So I'm just like I want to try them, but like it's gonna take a hot minute. Constantine, yes, thank you. I want to try them, but it's gonna take a hot minute because I still need to unlock all of these. We started like in January, like in December or January. I forget which one. We started in like January, December. So like most of these I had to unlock because they were like already passed. Like they already like passed by the time I started playing, so I had to go out of my way to unlock them. Thankfully, so I really want to play this one because it has like it has Kanya, Marcus, Isolde, and Enigma's sister. So I'm just like, oh, I need to play it because that's probably my favorite arc in the entire game. So I'm just like, please, I'm hoping it's just as good as the main story. But I'm going like in order. So like, next is Notan Shiori, then is this, then is Wayashiki, and so on and so on. I've done Showdown in Chinatown. What are you saying? I need to unlock it. I mean, it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things because, you know, I've already done it. So I don't mind it. I don't mind having to quote unquote unlock it again. Yeah, it was the foundation. It was the foundation lady's name. But yeah. That is gonna be it for me. Thank you all for coming. Next stream is going to be on Wednesday. We're gonna be streaming if all goes well, Zenless Zone Zero 3.0 should be out by then. So that is what we're gonna be playing. We are gonna be playing the 3.0 patch. Assuming all goes well, we'll be playing it. If for some reason, by the time I stream, by the time I should start streaming, it's still not finished updating, we might have to just switch and play Zenless on Friday and Morning Man's on Wednesday. But that depends on how long it'll take to update, because I always forget how long 2.0 took to upload.
Wasn't sleeping.
I'm hoping it's not a lot. I'm hoping by the time I start to stream, it's like up and ready. I will be trying to update that as early as I possibly can. I will not be doing it last minute. But yeah. That should be the goal for Wednesday. It's the 3.0 patch. I am very interested. I hope they don't fumble it like they did with Season 2. I don't hate Season 2 as much as other people, but I can't deny that they did fumble it. And so, like, please don't fumble it. We are also gonna be trying to get Valina. She is the 3.0 character. They've somewhat spoiled, like the devs. The devs somewhat spoiled that that sometime down the line we are getting Remiel as a unit, because they released a graphic of like best teams with Valina, and one of the characters was Remiel. So we are getting Remiel later on the line. So we are gonna have to try and somehow save enough to try and get her. But it kind of sucks because I also want to get Suna. Yeah, I'm really hoping I can get Remiel. Especially since she is most likely going to be the Void Hunter of the patch. I don't know if we're going to be getting another one. Maybe we probably are. I mean, we technically got that with Season 2. I know Yishuan isn't a Void Hunter, but she's all a Void Hunter but name. But we got 2 Void Hunters in Season 2. I wonder if they're going to do 2 again in Season 3, or if it's just Remiel. No, actually, Sunbringer. I wouldn't be surprised if we get Remiel beginning of Season 3 and then like Sunbringer and like 3.5. That's probably how they're gonna be doing it. In which case, we gotta fucking like gather up all the polygons we can for Sunbringer, because that's out of all the OG Void Hunters they showed in that video they released like sometime around the beginning of Season 1, maybe like even before that, where they showed all the OG Void Hunters. Sunbringer was my favorite, just purely on design. So now that we can actually get her, I'm just like, I need to get her. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you all for coming, and I shall see you all on Wednesday with Zenless if everything goes well. If not, Morty Mens. Alright,